Another walking tour of my garden in the early part of the gardening season, 2012. It's June 18 or thereabouts, and so we'll kind of walk you through what's going on here. A little behind this year, and I shouldn't be because we had early warm weather. And in these pots I usually sprout the seeds to grow my squash, and they've hardly gotten big at all. A lot of years I've gotten them well underway. The second pot here has got yellow squash. This has got zucchinis. They're not looking very good. Slugs got some of them. I don't know how many I'm going to get. Swiss chard is in this one. This is looking horrible. This is for the one squash that I want the most, and I planted a ton of the seeds. They got wet, and they're not germinating well. I'm going to have to keep trying to germinate some of those to get some to germinate. You can't use, I could have bought some, but it's getting too late to grow them this year. I may have to buy seeds for next year. I may not get Trombosino this year, my favorite squash. These are cucumbers, carrots, because my granddaughter loves to grow carrots. More cucumbers, or actually I think this is winter squash. Lots of cucumbers, lots of cucumbers. These are where pole beans are. I had problems with these. Slugs got them. Oh my God, the battery's low in this. I can't believe it. I didn't realize this thing was low. Better make this quick, I guess. So we're going to have the pole bean here. Okay. Over here, first row, there's some peppers. I've done well this year with Brussels sprouts. The woodchuck has not been getting in. I got a full row of non-eaten Brussels sprouts well underway. And this is going to be a row of tomatoes and squash. The tomatoes are down there. Oops, I put this the wrong way. Sorry. More tomatoes in this row. And this row here is all going to be peas first, and then bush beans there. Those ones near the wall were pole beans. And this last row here, more tomato plants. And in this row is going to be corn. I've had something got in here. I don't know what. Small creature was literally digging out these little, see them here, the corn sprouts? Digging them out and eating them. So I had to plant a bunch more. So I've only got a very few corn growing at the moment, but maybe, hopefully, I planted the whole rest of the pack. We'll see how many of those eventually sprout, and I may have corn at 2 different times. This is something I got the other day. This is catmint, like catnip, but catmint. So I'm going to put that in today, something new. Over in this corner, I planted some Jerusalem artichokes, and they are starting to sprout. And I'm hoping they'll grow well. We're not going to harvest them this year. We're going to let the tubers grow, feed them, and try to get them to grow big. And unfortunately, it looks as though this plant here, which is a flower, is invading the garden. I'm going to have to chop it out. It's an iris, and these irises are known for invading. So you can see it's coming into the garden on this side. I got to chop it out. It's fine on the other side. I got to chop it out on this side. And outside there, I've got, this is rhubarb. Haven't done much with it. Cut some, and haven't done much with it. And also here, last year we had a huge wall of morning glories. I can see them coming up everywhere. All that whole trough there, they're wild. I didn't plant them. You can see they're starting to grow on the wall there, also wild, all along here. And on the opposite side, I don't know if you can see it, the same thing's happening out there. They're going to grow up from that side onto this fence. They're going to cover it. Absolutely going to cover it. I probably got to take some of this and transfer this out front. I want to start getting them growing near my mailbox. That would be kind of cool. And here we have a perennial. That's who it is, baby cakes. Okay, that's it. Since I'm running low on battery, I'm stopping now. We will come back later in the season and show you the success, demise, or whatever of the garden.